Hey guys! So, this summer I got the opportunity to do an independent study research fellowship. I had 10 weeks, I had to produce a 10-ish page paper, and I had 10,000 ideas. So, this has been such a rewarding experience, and I'm so glad I got to do it, that I documented it, and now that I get to share it with you. So, thanks for watching!
Hi, it's week 4 of my research fellowship, and I wanted to sit down today and tell you a little bit about my research fellowship, how I'm doing it, how I got the opportunity to do it, and how I'm moving forward with this research. So, at this point I can tell you, because I'm not going back in person at least, for the last 2.5 years I've been a student at the Ohio State University, and I am incredibly lucky to have gotten to go there. I have met incredible people there, and I never would have had this opportunity if I hadn't gone there. So, I am currently working on a research fellowship funded by the University Library Program, with my focus being, I came in with the focus of the enemies to lovers trope, and I was gonna start with Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen and kind of move outward and look at how she's influenced the genre. And as I've researched, I found, first off, this is like my first time really doing hardcore undergraduate research. So this is my first time really experiencing like a full, like a research experience. And I'm learning that the question you start out with isn't always the question that you end up answering. So I've been talking to a lot of people about my thoughts. My advisor, a professor from my college, and I have moved from the idea of doing a historical tracing of the enemies to lovers trope to discussing social distancing and Jane Austen. Which is super interesting, because obviously right now we're living in an unprecedented period, so like what better time to do it than now. I am kind of doing research on how people fall in love with images of people, how you fall in love from afar, how miscommunication and misunderstanding are much easier to achieve when you're from a distance, and this misunderstanding is what the whole enemies to lovers trope is built on. So, very exciting. So, I've read more than I've ever read in my life in the last couple weeks. I read like half of what's available in Project Gutenberg by Charlotte Bram, also known as Bertha M. Clay. You probably don't know her, it's because no one knows her, which is sad. She was this fluff writer in the Victorian period, like 1880s, 1890s, and she pumped out 200 romance novels to fund her family because her husband was a drunkard, and she wrote prolifically, and a lot of these tropes that she uses in her novels are very 21st century. So I'm using one of her texts to ground my research. I'm using Pride and Prejudice. I'm using Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Hey, so I've got a by In Vivo, which is this really cool academic thing where you can put text in and it sorts and like calculates word frequency, and it helps you to like really distance read your text, which is something that you normally don't get to do as an English major. I'm excited. Go. There we go. It's been like this for a hot sec, and I'm starting to get a little concerned. It's supposed to be doing something, but it doesn't look like it's doing anything. I know you're not telling me that this is the comparison diagram, right? Like, because that just cannot be it. But it is. But that is what it says. Okay, well, that is not acceptable. Hey. So this is wild, but it's week 10 of my fellowship. Cannot believe it. So I thought I'd sit down with you today and kind of talk about, you know, the fruits of my labor, as it were. So I do not know if I'm gonna be making, if there's enough interest, I will make my research like available for you guys to like look at, if you want. So again, for the zillionth time, my research started out as being about the enemies to lovers trope, and it evolved very quickly into social distance and how that impacts romance and romance novels, and it's mostly been centered around Pride and Prejudice, which has been great because your girl loves Pride and Prejudice. So I ended up producing a 15-page essay, and a digital product as well to use as like a presentation, to like, well, not really a presentation, although I will be using it for presentation, as a way of like optimizing the visual and accessibility of the like basis and the basics of my argument and research. I do have to present in the fall. That's a part of the research fellowship that I'm doing. I'll probably be doing that over Zoom, so it's helpful to already have this done so that I can just be like, share screen, here you go. Very exciting. I actually have a meeting in an hour and 15 minutes with my advisor, and then the like professional at our school library about this, like the program that I'm using, so that'll be helpful. Yeah, I really can't believe it's over. This has been such a cool experience. Like, I've just loved it. It's just been genuinely such an amazing opportunity, and first of all, I'm so grateful that I got to do it and that I got to pursue all the avenues that I was able to, which I never would have gotten to do if I hadn't had this extended period of research. Yeah, you know, academia is a cruel mistress, but I still am in love with her. So if you guys have any interest in like looking at my research, let me know, because I think it'd be super cool if you did. But yeah, I am gonna be continuing this research in the fall with an independent study. I'll be actually finally integrating the enemies to lovers trope, which is super exciting. So I'm gonna like kind of interweave the 15-page essay that I have now with the idea of the enemies to lovers trope. So it'll be love at a distance and enemies to lovers and how those interact. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Yeah. So, thank you for watching this tremendously long video. I think this is probably gonna be the longest video that I've ever uploaded, like ever. But yeah, thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.